Today, we're taking a bit of a turn. We're stepping away from the usual public stage and looking into the very private world of someone incredibly public, John Cena. We
Mhm.
all know the persona, right? The catchphrases, the incredible work ethic. We've seen it for
The
years.
hustle, yeah.
Exactly. But what's really going on behind the scenes? What fuels that? Our mission today is all about digging into one specific source. It's titled Cena's Secret Family Reunion in West Newbury.
Right.
And it promises a glimpse into that personal side, focusing on home and maybe surprisingly, where his whole professional ethos really comes from, like the actual origin story.
And that's really the core of it, isn't it? This source, it's not just celebrity fluff, it's laying out a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Private family history directly shapes the public motto, which then actually directs his future actions.
A direct line.
A direct line. So we're going to try and figure out how this one specific event, this reunion, became this critical moment, linking never give up
Yeah.
right back to his family and even sparking his next big charity idea.
It's the man behind the motto, basically. And it all starts pretty humbly, doesn't it? Back in West Newbury, Massachusetts.
Yeah, his childhood home. He apparently organized this surprise trip for his extended family.
So, literally going back to his roots, that must have set the stage, emotionally speaking.
Oh, absolutely. The source paints a picture of it being quite reflective, not a big bash, more like a quiet return.
Hmm.
Imagine it. Laughter, sure, but also lots of catching up, maybe decades worth, and crucially, looking through old photo albums together.
Okay, yeah. That creates a certain kind of atmosphere, doesn't it? Vulnerable, maybe?
Yeah.
Open?
Exactly. The source calls it the necessary emotional environment for what came next.
Right, because for someone like him, living this huge global life, going back to that specific small town, that house, it's instantly grounding.
Definitely. And this grounding, this return, it leads straight to the big reveal. The source says that amidst all that reminiscing, looking at photos, they uncovered these untold stories of his grandparents' influence.
Okay, that's the nugget. Untold stories. So stuff even he might not have fully known or appreciated.
Seems like it. Or maybe stuff the wider family hadn't really pieced together in this way before. And these stories, according to the source, are the bedrock.
Bedrock for never give up. Because honestly, you hear that phrase.
Yeah.
And you might just think, okay, brilliant branding. Some marketing genius came up with that.
Right, that's the assumption.
Yeah.
But this article claims, no, this reunion showed it was basically distilled directly from how his family, generations back, actually lived.
Okay, but hang on. How does the source actually prove that connection? Lots of people have inspiring family stories. Why are these specific grandparent stories the definitive origin, not just, one influence among many?
That's fair. And the source gets into the kind of stories they were, not just, oh, they worked hard. It was apparently about facing, serious, sustained economic hardship, regional struggles, that tough blue-collar New England reality from decades ago. The source suggests the grandparents weren't famous or rich, but they just endured.
Yeah.
They kept going when things seemed impossible.
So it's not about winning the title belt. It's about making it through the month, that kind of quiet, gritty resilience.
Precisely. That's where the power comes from, the source argues. Not a speechwriter, but the actual lived example of the people before him.
Wow.
And hearing this, maybe through older cousins recounting specific things, lost jobs, sickness, maybe almost losing the house that gave his own message its real backbone.
It transforms the motto then from a slogan into more of a family code, something inherited.
Inherited through sheer effort, yeah.
It's pretty amazing how public strength can trace back to that kind of quiet family struggle. Okay, so we've got the historical roots of the motto, but the source says the reunion wasn't just about looking back, right?
No, not at all. It wasn't passive. And this is where, for you listening, the story takes a pretty dramatic turn. Going home wasn't just cozy nostalgia. It forced some real emotional work in the present.
How so?
Well, the reunion acted as a catalyst. It demanded resolution, not just reminiscence. The source actually points to a specific, difficult moment. Cena confronting a long-lost cousin.
Confronting. Okay, that doesn't sound very heartwarming reunion.
No, probably not easy. This
Yeah.
wasn't just catching up over coffee. This was friction. Necessary difficulty, maybe.
Right. Family stuff, especially after a long time apart, it's often messy.
Oh, well.
And what's interesting here is that the source apparently flags how tough that is. Having to put the fame aside, the whole public image,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just be a person, a family member, dealing with old issues, maybe really old wounds.
That's it. And in a way, you could see this confrontation as like the personal version of his professional motto,
Yeah.
applying that never give up mindset to fixing something broken in the family.
Huh. So the motto isn't just for the ring, it's for real life, dealing with the hard emotional stuff.
It points towards reconciliation, doesn't it? The real test isn't lifting weights, maybe, but having that difficult conversation.
And how did it turn out, the confrontation?
Successfully, according to the source. It wasn't a quick patch-up, but a real effort at healing. And resolving that specific issue led to forging new, maybe deeper family connections.
Which underlines that idea, doesn't it? You can't really move forward unless you deal with the past properly. Not just acknowledge it, but actively reconcile it.
And this successful reconciliation, this personal breakthrough, it had a very real, very public result. This is the key link we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
The source makes a direct jump. That emotional resolution, that feeling of connection
Yeah.
that directly inspired his next charity drive.
Whoa. Okay. Let's trace that. Why does fixing a family issue lead specifically to a charity initiative? Seems like a leap from a private moment to a big public campaign.
Well, the source implies it's about the theme, the lesson learned. Think about it. The difficulty, but ultimate success of reconnecting with that cousin. It gave him this energy, maybe, focused on second chances, on mending things that are broken.
Ah, okay. So the charity drive would likely focus on something similar.
Exactly. The source suggests it would be about, say, mentorship or resources for communities dealing with their own fractured relationships, maybe helping estranged young people reconnect.
Hmm.
The theme carries over.
I see. So the energy he got from solving his own private, personal conflict, he channeled that directly into tackling a similar public, community-level conflict.
That's the idea. It wasn't just, oh, I should give some money away. It was targeted. A mission born directly from that emotional experience in West Newbury.
That really changes how you might look at philanthropy, doesn't it? We often assume it's driven by, I don't know, external factors or just general goodwill.
But here, the engine seems purely internal. That private family moment becomes the direct source for a major public action. And that really brings us full circle for this deep dive, doesn't it? We followed the whole path.
Let's recap it.
Okay. You start with the quiet power of his grandparents' history in West Newbury that shapes his resilience, his never give up.
Right. The foundation.
Then that resilience gets tested right now, today, with that difficult family
The
confrontation.
cousin.
And successfully navigating that test provides the specific thematic fuel for his next big public act of giving, his charity work.
It's a perfect loop. History, mantra, present challenge, future action, all tied together by this one secret family reunion. The source really did seem to deliver on showing that hidden personal side, revealing that the real driving force is rooted deep in his own history and family.
Absolutely. From past struggle through a present-day family test, leading to inspired public action, it makes a strong case for, getting your own personal house in order before you try to change the world.
And that actually leads perfectly into a final thought we want to leave you with, something to maybe chew on. If resolving a personal conflict, like Cena confronting that cousin, was the key that unlocked this inspired public action, what unresolved personal stuff, what history might be subtly holding you back? Holding you back from your next big step, whether that's a career goal, a creative project, or just making the positive impact you want to make. What needs resolving first?
That's definitely something to think about.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
See you next time.